this week, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So LSU's offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, and when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Gets open down the middle. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. LSU quick to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Calls his own number. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Leaves it with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, on that 4th down, if they don't get it, the head coach is at the podium after the game with some explaining to do. That's not the situation. You're expecting them to run the football, but the gamble pays off.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of hands. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Mississippi State 3, LSU 0.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish.
I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
10-yard gain.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He makes the connection. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. From the gun to give, looking for room. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfect. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move to stay on his feet. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Yeah, That's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, LSU! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Michigan State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it. Showing off the arms. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 2nd down coming up. Looking for a crease to the left. Got room at the 35. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Here comes the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. That was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Man, can you imagine if they hadn't picked up the 1st down? It would have been, what are you doing running the football?
Oh, the fans would be so irate. That's one of those, well, come on, what is that? You can't be that conservative. Oh, yeah, no, that was a great call. Good job. That was a great job. It worked perfectly.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
4th and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Quick strike complete.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Bunch formation for these receivers. Defense in press coverage. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also...
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Zings it complete to the right. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's looking to throw it. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that...
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. They're setting up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab over the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll go with the running game on fourth down here. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Can anyone catch him? He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes them...
Touchdown, Bulldog! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Old Dominion. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He looks that one in nicely. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
Off the RPO, complete. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. LSU right back to the line. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And to have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away from the heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's do a better job.
Bringing it back, it's Booth. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you. So
if they're creeping up into the box, because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And now on first down after converting with the run. He's going to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
But right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Mississippi State hoping to ring up a score in this red zone trip. On the option. Quick toss. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice scramble, unbelievable job after dropping back to pass and understanding the situation. And a nice heads-up play. Slide. Live to fight another down. Don't try to make a bigger play and run through somebody big and get yourself hurt.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Finds his man down the middle. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. LSU quick to the line. Powers through the defender. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Gets it out fast. LSU will get a first down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Red pass, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Iowa State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
Mississippi State looking for the 4th down conversion. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Plows through the defense. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on the last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quickly complete. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Makes his connection. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Moving away from pressure. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Man, come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run, and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. We are all tied up here in the 4th. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. Give to the back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. This offense has a 2nd down play. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
Biggest drive of the game coming up right now as this team tries to win it in regulation. To the air on 1st down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage.
Hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You know, in a 2-minute situation like this, you've got to find your best players on the field. When you've got one of the best wide receivers in the game, that's the guy that you need to be throwing to as often as possible in a 2-minute situation late training.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field.
I think that's a situation here, tie game, 4th quarter, ball somewhere in the middle of the field. You're just trying to put it in your quarterback's hands, trusting your offense to make the plays necessary to go score and win the game. Now, you're not able to do it, so now you need your defense to come out here, bow up with their backs against the wall.
Complete. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
A shot toward the end zone. Picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. What a tremendous effort on the final play of regulation, but we've got overtime coming. Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
At this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
Let's go! Alert, alert!
He'll pull it on the read. Tackled, but he has a first down.
It must have been a brutal week for this defense preparing for this game because of all the different ways they can attack you and because of how athletic this quarterback is and how he can hurt you running the football. He just showed it to you right there.
First down here for the offense.
Yankee blue! Unlock!
Looking to move it through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They're going to run it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Tigers! And they score first here in overtime.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Now on the move. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's at...
Got enough space. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with 1 play to win this football game.
It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute kick in the gut.
It's a kick in the gut, and you remember those exact plays, Reese. The things I could have done a little bit better, or the ball could have bounced my way. Just a few of those little plays make the difference in winning or losing the ball.
And I think as players too, David, you know, when you watch the film, you didn't do enough, but you definitely had some positives out there on the field. Guys stepped up, guys delivered, and put you in a position to win. In the end, moving forward, when the game's on the line, you got to be able to close games out.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.